Hey guys, Sick Libra here, smoking my Meerschaum once again, because you can burn a Meerschaum all day, every day, and it doesn't phase it. I'm smoking a little bit of a McClellan blend that I got from the Pipe Club meeting. It's the Colombian Mocha. It's an aromatic. Not really my thing, but it's alright. So, I said I was going to talk some more about Meerschaum, so here I am. Let's just start with a quick little show. Alright. Still lots of color in it, but it's fading. Why would that be? If you've got more tars going into the pipe, why then would the color fade? I'll tell you why. The wax in the stone is what gives it its color. So the wax is actually the carrier for the stuff from the inside. It also makes the Meerschaum more see-through. So, if you can see, the front of it is nice and dark. Alright, that's still really, really saturated with wax. Like up here and down along the bottom and along the shank, doesn't get as hot, so it remains saturated with wax. However, if you look right in here, it's a much lighter color. It's much more prominent on this side than it is on the other side. So what happens is you basically got to apply a tidbit of fluid dynamics to the whole thing. That coupled with gravity. So what we have is we have a porous stone, and the wax soaks into the stone. We all know this. But what happens is as you heat it, the wax melts and gets softer. As it gets softer, it takes on a slightly more fluid-like property. Alright, so the wax actually starts to flow down the pipe. But not only that, the heat draws the wax to towards the inside of the pipe, which is where it picks up the color again. So let's see if it'll focus here. That part is the farthest away from the heat source, but it has the least amount of color in it, as well as right here. And that's because the wax is drawing into the pipe, and it's going to draw out of the extremities before it draws out of the rest of it. If you also notice, it is lighter at the top than it is at the bottom. It's because the wax is slowly running down the inside of the pipe. This whole pipe will probably wind up being this shade again before I have to re-wax it. And I probably won't have to re-wax the shank the next time I go to wax it. So, the color in the Meerschaum, it comes and it goes. And most people don't realize that it goes. It starts to fade and they get discouraged, and you know what? It's nothing to be discouraged about. It's just heading in to pick up more to bring out. So whenever you wax it, all the wax that has gone to the inside of the pipe, towards the bowl, when you re-wax it, the new wax goes in and melds with it, and it draws all of that old stuff back out to the surface, and it remixes, and then it'll slowly start drawing in again. So it'll be dark, slowly get lighter, and then it'll get dark, and then it'll slowly get lighter, but it'll never be as light as it was the last time you waxed it. So there's a little bit more on Meerschaum for you guys. Quick update, in case you were wondering. I took the pipe to Dan, and the pipe doctor, and he took a look at it, and he said that it was exactly where things needed to be. So the work that I did on it, apparently I hit the nail on the head. So the moisture issues that I've been having, he basically said that Meerschaum doesn't breathe the same way briar does. Obviously, it's a porous stone that's been clogged up with wax, as opposed to a piece of wood that'll slowly absorb the moisture. So seeing as though the Meerschaum doesn't breathe, and the temperature differentials between the outside of the stone and the inside of the stone will produce excess condensation, therefore you'll get more liquid in the bottom. It's also part of the reason the bottom of the Meerschaum pipe will, the bottom and the shank, this joint right here, is almost always the first thing that colors, is because all that moisture builds up right here, and moisture is more readily soaked up or combined with the wax than is the cake that builds up on the inside of the bowl. So I hope you all learned something. I've got an interesting idea that I'm going to propose in the near future. But let's just say it involves chess and prizes. So I'm going to put up a video about that probably tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing what kind of feedback I get on that. Until next time, y'all take her easy.